Good morning. It's an honor to be back here in Oklahoma City, the softball capital of the world. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Michelle Smith, and I played softball at Oklahoma State University. Go Pokes. And after college, I played softball for Team USA in the 1996 and 2000 Olympics, winning gold medals in both of those. I'm now a commentator for ESPN covering softball, and today I'll be your MC. And now we'd like to play an exciting video to tell you why we're all here.
Let's go to a place where futures are built. In the moment. In the box. In the circle. In the strike. Out there where competition breeds courage. And integrity looks like this. Where the mentality that future career success demands is tested and leadership is forged. Through passion, pressure, sacrifice, determination, work ethic, teamwork, failure, and victory. Where relationships make waves. Let's show up, because the ones making moves on the field are the ones bringing results off the field too. This is where grit meets success, where history meets legacy. Let's go to the place where leaders are made. Welcome to the softball capital of the world. Welcome to Devon Park.
ESPN teammates, just an incredible job. Well, first we'd like to announce our first speaker who will come up. This is Devon Energy's president and CEO, Rick Moncrief.
Thanks, Michelle. Welcome. I know you live in Florida now, but this is home to you. Yeah. So, hey, I want to be the first one to welcome everyone to Devon Park. Thank you for being here today. It's an exciting day, I think, for the city of Oklahoma City, certainly for USA Softball, for the state of Oklahoma, and for the employees of Devon Energy. You know, the first question you may ask is, why do this? Well, I can tell you that one of the things that we looked at when we look at opportunities like this, it's not about ego. That's not who our company is. We want to make sure that we, whatever we do in the community aligns with the values that we have, and how we support the universities, support the communities, support the state, support the people of the state. And we think this aligns perfectly with us. So when you look at the values that we have as a company, that alignment is front and center. But more importantly to us, we think that sports is a great venue. And one of the things that we like to do as a company, we like to collaborate, and we have a collaboration with Cal Ripken Jr., our senior foundation, around STEM education. And we've put over 160 STEM centers in elementaries across the United States. I'm extremely proud of that. I'm proud of the sports lab that we put in here with the 3 major universities here in the state of Oklahoma, where we can teach the science behind sports. We have a lot of problems to solve in the future, and a lot of those solving skills actually are developed right out here between the lines. And so for us, we're going to continue to support athletics, health, problem solving, technology, and we can tell you that there's no better place for us to do that is on athletic fields. Many of the leaders that we have today at Devon develop skills, and many of those are female. I want to, at this point in time, introduce the chairman of the board of Devon Energy, Barb Ballman, who flew in this morning from Denver. Thanks, Barb. We also have a number of leaders, executives, female executives, many of which started their leadership development out here on the fields, playing softball, soccer, tennis, many other sports. So I've got one of those is one of my right-hand people, Tana Cashin, who's our Executive VP of HR and Administration. And so Tana, thanks for being here. You got a number of your people here. We have a rich tradition of developing leaders at Devon, and many of our female leaders started their leadership development on the field, as I said. So thanks for being here today. This very much aligns with us. We want to support the city. We want to support the state. USA Softball, this is your home. Devon Energy, this is our home in Oklahoma City, and this is where we plan to stay. So you're going to hear this morning, you're going to hear examples of leadership, whether they are in academia, whether they're in sports and coaching, whether in government. We have a lot of challenges to face as a society, and nothing like collaboration and teamwork and holding true to our values. That's how you solve problems, and so that's what we're going to do here. And so thanks again for being here, and congratulations to the employees of Devon Energy, especially congratulations to USA Softball. Thank you for being such a wonderful partner. So let's have a good morning.
Thank you, Rick. Such exciting news for the sport, for women, for USA Softball. And on that note, I'd like to invite up the Executive Director of USA Softball, Craig Kress. Don't hold it against him that he was an umpire back in the day, but sorry, just had to throw that in there.
That's okay. Our staff is appropriately dressed like umpires in the powder blue and the navy. So here still representing the umpire world. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Rick, for your kind words and the great partnership. I'm looking really forward to it. When Devon stepped up to the plate, we knew it was a natural fit. Their values of integrity, relationships, and results resonate deeply with USA Softball's mission in empowering women through leadership roles within the sport. Not only do our values align, but both Devon and USA Softball are national organizations headquartered here in Oklahoma City. Devon is synonymous with Oklahoma City, and we are thrilled to partner with them to support the continued growth of Oklahoma City and the adventure district that we're so fortunate to be in today. To give a little background on USA Softball, we're the national governing body of softball. We're governed by a national board of directors, and we too are fortunate today to have our board president, who lives in Dallas, Mr. Dave Devine. Dave, if you would please stand up. Dave and the wisdom of our board of directors, this became a natural fit for us. So Dave, thank you for your continued support in making sure that we got this done with such a great partner. Sorry, I'm not as good at turning pages. Our responsibilities include regulating competition to ensure fairness and equal opportunities for the millions of players who play the sport. USA Softball promotes the game for men and women across the nation for all ages. We have nearly 1 million members, including athletes, coaches, and yes, umpires. Can't play the game without us. I know some coaches would like to figure it out. And I'm not just picking on you, Coach. You're just one of the many coaches who have that thought process. Here at Devon Park, we will host a variety of activities, from local events such as the OSSAA Softball State Championships. Just finished one last Wednesday for slow pitch. The Oklahoma City Sparks games that have been here the last year and will be back with us this year. To national events like the Big 12 Championship, which ironically, practice day's tomorrow, setup is today, and the games start on Wednesday. So we like to push things all together and get it in there. And then, of course, our marquee event, the NCAA Women's College World Series, which we'll get to hear the lovely voice of Michelle Smith and Jessica Mendoza. Devon Park will also be the home to a multitude of USA Softball summer events, including our Gold Nationals and our All-American Games, showcasing youth females from across the nations. On an international stage, Devon Park will host the Border Battle event here in July, where Team Canada comes down, men and women, and we play against them. But that's not all. This year in September, and I welcome everybody out, we're hosting the WBSC Men's World Cup. There will be 5 other countries, along with Team USA, that will vie for a spot in the finals in the World Cup next year. Devon Park is the place to be this summer. We're proud Devon Park is where Olympic trials will be held for the women's national team, and are excited to gear up for the LA 2028 Olympic Games. I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out a big thank you to Loud City Partnerships, who represented USA Softball in our successful search for a senior naming rights partner. Devon Park will see many trophies raised, many tears shed, and create countless unimaginable experiences. We are so thankful for this partnership and excited to create lifetime memories here at Devon Park. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig. That was outstanding. I know that USA Softball has had an immense impact on my life, and because of that, I've been able to share that incredible experience with so many other athletes. Now we'd like to watch a video from Oklahoma City Mayor David Holt.
Hi, this is David Holt, the mayor of Oklahoma City, and I'm sorry I'm out of town today. I definitely would have liked to have been there for this very exciting and special announcement. Congratulations to everyone involved, USA Softball, the people of Oklahoma City, Devon Energy, and all the programs that utilize these special facilities. As we all know, the people of Oklahoma City made a commitment to this stadium just a few years ago, and that commitment was built on the foundation of this incredible event that happens here once a year, the Women's College World Series. This has grown into one of the absolute marquee sporting events in the United States, and we are so incredibly proud to host it in Oklahoma City. We are equally proud to have truly the finest softball stadium in the world. And that event and this facility makes us the world capital of softball. And I know that mayors can be prone to hyperbole, but what I am stating today is simply fact. But Devon Energy's contribution today helps us maintain that status. This donation, this support will allow us to continue to maintain the programming that we have at this facility, as well as the facility itself. Some of these dollars will go towards ongoing capital needs and maintenance needs. So thank you to the team at Devon. Thank you, Rick Moncrief. I also want to especially acknowledge Christina Raykop's work here, and we miss her greatly, and I know that she was a driving force behind this donation. Thank you and congratulations to everybody who made it possible. The people of Oklahoma City are grateful, and I express their gratitude on their behalf. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We look very forward to the exciting events yet to come this June and in the years ahead right here at Devon Park.
So great to hear about the impact that softball has had on Oklahoma City. Now please join me in welcoming Nikki Nice. Devon Park is located right here in her Ward 7.
All right, well, good morning. I read a quote that says, softball, where good girls steal. So we're excited about what Devon Park is going to bring for the good girls for the seasons to come. And we're grateful for the investment and empowerment and leadership in further advancing our women's sports right here at Devon Park. One of the things that I know for sure is not only do we get to see our Big 12 play here, as well as USA Softball, but my alma mater, Langston University, and the National HBCU Softball Classic hosted by Langston University here at the beginning of the season. So we're very excited of all of the ways that this park will bring more life to our sports here for ladies. And Also, as we think about other women who have been able to go further in the sport, you heard, and we have our MC, Michelle Smith, Joycelyn Allo, who's now officially a Savannah Banana. We look at Jessica Mendoza, Natasha Watley, and many others who have graced this field and went further to do great work, and also to inspire other young girls and other young men as well to do the same. And women that play here continue to show that passion and hard work can bring that softball magic right here from OKC to the world. And this is a good boost and a great boost to this part of our community that sits and resides right here in Northeast Oklahoma City. And I'll tell a brief story as the mayor talked about us being the world capital of softball. In my former life, I was a barista at a local coffee shop. And we were next to a hotel, and there were some young women that came in from Korea, and they were dressed in their softball outfits. And I was like, where are y'all going? And they told me that they were playing at the softball field. So it was then when I knew how international this sport is. It's, you know, in my backyard, it's in a lot of our backyards that live around here, but until you actually get to see and touch and feel some of those players and have conversations, it doesn't resonate. So today is a beautiful day, even though the weather doesn't say so. It's still a beautiful day for us to celebrate Devon Park. So thank you to all of the hands involved, and Oklahoma City has received a treasure by continuing the legacy of women's sports right here for softball. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Next up, we're going to hear from Dr. Casey Schrum, President of Oklahoma State University.
Well, hello and good morning. I'm so honored to be here with everyone today to talk about something that I'm passionate about in a sport that gave back to me in so many ways, softball. A little secret about me: as a young girl, I wanted to be a horse jockey. And instead of buying me a horse, my dad bought me a ball glove. And I am forever grateful that he did that, because it was one of the best decisions for me. Softball's helped me to fuel the drive for excellence. It taught me to be comfortable outside of my comfort zone. In the 8th grade, I watched a game and saw the opposing pitcher get an award. And I left there telling my dad I wanted to pitch. And he said, well, you need to know that you're going to have to work harder and do more than you have before. Of course, most of the pitchers that I'd be competing against for a starting position had pitched for a long time. But that hard work and determination paid off. I pitched through high school and college. And that same hard work and dedication translated into my study of science and my study of medicine. And the leadership skills that I gained through teammates and coaches that poured into me are what make me the leader I am today. That determination, discipline, and compassion I've used throughout my career, whether that was as a practicing pediatrician or the first female president of a research university in the state of Oklahoma. I know the value of softball. I know the value that it played in my life, and I'm so pleased to see companies like Devon Energy investing in women's sports so that for generations to come, young girls are inspired to dream big and learn the skills they need to be successful in life. This is definitely a stepping stone for many, whether they're launching into furthering their softball career or into the workforce. I know that it's going to have an impact for years to come. Now, please join me in welcoming Joseph Harris, President of the University of Oklahoma.
Thank you, Dr. Schrum and I, both terrific athletes. All right, fine. She's a much better athlete than I am, although only one of us got cut in 7th grade. This is an absolute joy to be here. A minute ago, I was speaking with Rick Moncrief. and we were having a conversation about the history of Devon Energy and the fact that some 53 years ago, Larry Nichols, who's here with us, founded this company and all that Devon Energy has brought to this state. Right, 53 years ago, 52 years ago, Title IX, the federal law that made sure we had equal participation for women in sports, was passed. And all of those years bring us here to this moment, where we see all of the things Devon Energy has done for Oklahoma to move us forward as a state, to move us forward as a country. Right? It's not just the availability of energy to power our economy, but driving an entire society and state forward. And we're here once again. Right? Honoring and looking up and seeing Devon Park here says something very important. Right? It says who they are and what they're invested in. And 30 years ago, to continue the historical timeline, Patty Gasso came to the University of Oklahoma. And I can tell you that my daughter and all women are better for what has taken place, and we as a state are better. In the time Patty has been here, in her 30 years, she's had 16 trips to the Women's Softball College World Series, and she's won 7 of those. That seems applause-worthy. That's a sign of a good speech when you have to cue the audience. There's more applause to come, so hang tight. Keep those hands out. In 2023, this team, right, the team that finished this last year on the field this year was the second team in the history of the sport to win back-to-back national championships, and is competing for it again, and is one of only 2 teams to win more than 2 national championships. We can sit here and it's fun to crow about how great teams are, but greatness, true greatness, isn't how many games you win. It's the impact you make on the lives of others. And all of us know that Patty Gasso student athletes are better, not just on the field, but off the field because of her. And we've all watched it. And we've all seen not just greatness on the field, not just bringing home national championships, but an understanding of what it means to play for something bigger than yourself, to be a part of something bigger than yourself. All of us, even those of us who got cut in 7th grade from baseball, right? All of us are better people and more engaged because of our head coach. She is an absolute state and national treasure. Please welcome Coach Patty Gasso.
Where's my white visor when I need it? Could you imagine every time I get introduced by Mr. President Joe Harris, I have no idea what's coming out of his mouth, and I was not expecting such an honor today. I really thought I was just a piece of a big ensemble, but today is a very, very exciting day, and I'm going to do this without my readers because no one else uses them, which means I would be the oldest one on the stage. So I'm going to leave these right here and see if I can do this. Today is an exciting day. I work every day to develop and empower young female athletes, and it warms my heart to hear so many others with the same kind of passion, especially Devon Energy today. The best part of my job is being part of developing leaders. Some are sitting in this, sitting in front of me today, watching as young 18-year-olds grow into confident women and graduate ready for life beyond softball. This is why I do what I do. It's more than just a game. There are 3 things every one of my athletes can expect from me. Tough love, which is tough sometimes. Compassion, because of the tough love. And life lessons. One of the life lessons I communicate is how to stand up for yourselves and advocate. And our team has the freedom to do that. Once they learn how to be tough and stand their ground, they'll see the voice, that their voice can make a difference. Many of them have done that at press conferences, and their faith is very valuable to them. And I've had, could you imagine being DM'd by pastors from all over the country? I don't even look at DMs, but I'm getting DMs from pastors who are using our players' testimony in their post-game press conference as the part of their lessons for their congregation. Once they learn how to be tough and stand their ground, they know their voice can make a difference. By combining athletic lessons and life lessons, my players transform from teenage girls to confident women, ready for professional softball or coaching or working in the workforce or whatever else awaits them. It's incredible how local companies are stepping up to support softball. It sends a strong message to our young athletes. They are worth it, to have confidence in their future, and that we recognize the positive recognition softball continues to bring to this state. Hang on 1 second, because I think now you're supposed to. I can't wait to win a championship. Let's say I can't wait to play in Devon Park right now. We got a lot ahead of us, so there's a lot of people here that want to win championships, but I can't wait to win any kind of game in Devon Park. So thank you guys for being here. Appreciate your support and the support of Devon Energy. And your applause and Michelle.
Thank you, Coach. I'd also like to recognize head coach for Oklahoma State University, Kenny Gajewski. I saw him as well. Amazing coach, amazing people. I'm very blessed that I get to be around these incredible coaches that are shaping young women throughout the country. So thank you for all you do, because it's not easy. It is definitely not easy. I would just like to add a little bit about my career. As a young athlete, I played multiple sports, had a lot of energy, and I think that's why my mom threw me in sports to try to burn part of it off. I actually didn't start to pitch till I was 15 years old, which is, by today's standard, very, very old. So it challenged me. I took physics in high school and in college, and because I was constantly trying to learn about the mechanics of learning how to pitch underhand. But what a lot of people don't realize is that after my freshman year at Oklahoma State University, while I was back home in New Jersey, I was actually involved in a car accident, and of all the parts of my body that I ended up injuring, it was my left arm. I'd been thrown out of a vehicle, and I landed on my left arm and basically had to have emergency surgery. The doctors told me that I would more than likely never pitch again. So I showed back up for my sophomore year at Oklahoma State University in a full arm cast, not knowing if I would ever be able to pitch again. And I was actually very blessed to have coaches that were understanding, and an athletic department that was very understanding, and a training department that spent hours and hours with me to try to rehabilitate my arm. Because when I finally got it out of a cast, I could only move it about 10 degrees. So, and even to this day, I really can't straighten my arm all the way, and I can't bend it all the way. But we got enough of my range of motion back that then we had to try to get my muscle back. And after months and months of rehab, I actually did come back and pitch my sophomore year in college, and ended up throwing the ball 3 miles an hour harder after the accident than before the accident. So it was a testament of putting in some hard training in that training room. Really made a difference. But the part of the accident that taught me so much is that who I am as a person is much more important than the statistics that I'm going to create on the softball field. And when you lose something that you love and you realize how special it is, it teaches you a very profound lesson. And I learned that when I was 19 years old. The date of that accident was July 21st, 1986. And sometimes you go through things in life and you don't realize why, and it's hard, and it does teach you wonderful lessons. And you come out the backside of it realizing that all the pain and the suffering and the hard work was worth it. 10 years later, to the exact day, July 21st, 1996, I walked into the Olympic softball stadium to play for Team USA when I was told 10 years earlier that I would more than likely never pitch again. So I'm a testament of hard work, of learning, of understanding, of leadership, and just giving back. And I'm just so grateful for where we are today. Thank you so much, Rick, and to Devon Energy for your commitment to women. Thank you, USA Softball, for all the people involved. There's so many people that make this happen for little young girls all over not just the country, but the world, that will come play in this amazing environment in Devon Park and make their dreams come true. So thank you for being here. and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. At this point, there will be refreshments at the front. We can take pictures up there. It'll maybe be a little drier. And the media, if there's any questions for any of the speakers, you're more than welcome to interview folks up there as well. Thank you again for being here this morning.
Let's take one quick rainy picture.
Okay, one quick rainy picture.
Awesome. And then we'll get you guys out of the rain. We're going to do interviews with them. So if we can get all the speakers